Hello, and welcome back to the Sandra Jackson Murder Case podcast. My name is Braden, and today I will be discussing two pieces of evidence that were examined using a microscopic hair analysis test. Evidence item 23.18, which was collected from evidence 0.2H, which was Jackson's laundry room, which contained a swim cap. I will also examine 23.12, collected from the bathroom floor and towel. Hair is one of the most commonly transferred types of trace evidence in any crime scene investigation. Forensic scientists often use hair analysis to help determine who may have been present in a particular location. This makes it extremely crucial for a case such as this. To analyze these samples, we used a microscope to examine important characteristics of the hair. These include color, length, cuticle pattern, and medulla structure. The cuticle is the outer layer covering the hair and is made up of overlapping scales. The cortex is the middle layer containing keratin and pigments that give the hair its color. And lastly, the medulla, which is the layer that runs through the center of the hair shaft. One of the main goals of a microscopic hair analysis that we do is to determine whether a hair came from a human or an animal. Human hair is Human hair typically has an imbricate cuticle pattern and a medulla that is heavily fragmented, thin, or completely absent. Animal hair, however, has a much thicker and more prominent medulla. For the evidence item 23.18, we observed a dark-colored, fairly thick hair under our microscope. The cuticle displayed an imbricate scale pattern, and the medulla was absent. Based on these characteristics, we were able to identify and confirm that this sample was in fact human hair. For evidence 23.12, which was collected from the floor and the towel of the bathroom, we observed a much lighter and thinner hair. The light from the microscope passed through this hair very easily. The cuticle again showed a prominent imbricate pattern, and the medulla was once again absent. These observations allowed us to determine that both these pieces of evidence were in fact human hair. Our interpretation of these results of both these samples gives us the conclusion that humans were in fact present in these crucial key locations of the case rather than an animal. This is important because we know that Sandra Jackson did in fact own a black cat named Midnight, and that for a fact that Tiffany Flores was pet sitting while Jackson was in Aruba. She had also offered to watch their cat while Sandra was in recovery from a foot injury. However, Sandra did in fact decline. This determines that not only obviously that the swim cap contained human hair, but that the floor and towel both contained human hair. While our hair analysis efforts cannot determine the specific person present at the scene, it provides a valuable trace evidence that helps investigators possibly reconstruct events and connect specific individuals, such as our suspects, to the case. Following this, these two samples were sent to our DNA analysis labs. In conclusion, these findings contribute to a larger investigation supporting the presence of human activity in areas that are extremely important to our crime scene. Thank you again for listening to the Sandra Jackson Murder Podcast. My name is Braden, and that concludes my hair evidence analysis.